we have woven our towel, we've washed it, and now we're ready to do the hemming stage here. So you'll remember that when we washed our towel, we left a fringe on here, but we sewed a straight seam along here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut along this straight seam. I'm going to cut on this side of it, and then I'm going to use my quilting clips to clip the hem. So as you can see here, I'm just snipping right along. You want good scissors for this, something that's comfortable in your hand, something that's sharp. You know, if you can keep people away from using your scissors for paper dull scissors, so, you know, lock them up or, I don't know, threaten them. I have no idea. When I bring a new pair of scissors into my house, I stand everybody in front of me and I say, see these scissors? These scissors are blue. Blue scissors are for me only. Don't touch them. You can't use them for anything. And it seems to work. Sometimes. My husband occasionally grabs them and uses them for opening boxes, and then he hears about it from me. But he puts up with a lot from me, so I can put up a little bit from him. Okay, so we've cut this now. And now I want to clip it for hemming. So what I want to do is I want to decide which is my right side and which is my wrong side. In this case, they're the same on both sides, so it's not going to matter. I'm going to grab my clips and I'm just going to fold the hem over, and then I'm going to fold it again. I don't really measure. I know in the pattern it says a 1/2 inch and then a 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. I can't really remember what I put in there, but the measurement isn't important really. You just want to make it so that it looks visually appealing to you. So what you see is there's the raw edge. We're folding that raw edge over so that it is tucked inside. And then when we sew, we're going to sew up here quite close to the edge of the, right by the upper fold, not this fold down here, but this fold up here. And that's going to make sure that this edge that's in here, that raw edge, is well tucked in there and it's not going to come unraveled. Don't skimp on your pins or your clips. By the way, if you're looking for these quilting clips, I get them from a fabric store. I think you can probably get them on Amazon as well. But any quilting store or any sewing store should have them. I find this really takes the place of basting. It makes me have nice even hems with nice straight edges, and I don't have to pin. I find this is way easier than pinning. So there we go. I've got this one all clipped, and then I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew it. But as you'll know, this was only one edge. You have another, we still have both our towels attached to each other, and we washed them while they were still attached to each other, but we can cut these apart now. So remember that contrast thread that's in between, marking the beginning of one and the end of the other, and there's a line of sewing on either side of that. So we're just going to cut right down the center of those two contrasting picks. And then you can just pull that contrasting pick out. And then when you clip the hem for the other end, make sure that you're clipping it so that it matches the other end, so that you're folding. Let's take that out. There we go. So I'm just going to fold it up, and after I do the first clip, I always just check the other end. and make sure that I've got it the right way around, because if I had it this way, then I'd have one hem that was on the right side and one hem that was on the wrong side, and that's not what we want. So just check to make sure. I've done it before, that's why I'm telling you to check and be sure. After we've done the clipping, I'll take you over to the sewing machine and I will show you how I do the actual sewing on my tea towel.